In this demonstration, we'll see how EMC ViPR ties into the vSphere vStorage APIs for storage awareness. As you can see here, we have a ViPR VASA provider, which allows us to push detailed storage-related information from underlying disparate physical arrays all the way through up to the vSphere client. This is great because we no longer will have to have individual VASA providers for each storage array regardless of vendor. Now we can have a single VASA provider provided by EMC ViPR that allows us to tie in our storage configuration information directly into the vSphere client. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to create our VM storage profiles. So first here we're going to create our first VM storage profile. This is a block storage profile with a name and description of block high performance. We're going to choose the high performance block storage capability as provided by EMC ViPR, and then we'll click finish. We'll then create a second storage profile. This storage profile will be tied to a file type NFS file system for team file shares. We'll then choose the team file shares capability as presented by EMC ViPR. And then finally, we'll create our third storage profile. This will again be a file-based storage profile for images and archives. Again, choosing the image and archive storage capability as presented by EMC ViPR. Now that we have our three storage profiles, we can see that there are no associated disks or virtual machines. So what we're going to do now is create a new virtual machine with storage tied to a specific storage profile. So we're going to create a new virtual machine. We'll choose a typical configuration. We'll give the virtual machine a name of VASA VM. We'll choose the cluster and specific resource pool we'd like to tie this virtual machine to. And as you can see here, we can choose our storage profile. If I choose my file team file shares, I can see I have one compatible data store 11, and if I choose images and archives, I have one compatible data store as well with data store 10. We'll place this virtual machine and its disks on data store 11. We'll go through and choose a basic guest operating system and network. We'll give it a capacity. We'll go and finish the configuration and deploy the virtual machine. The virtual machine has been created, and if we view the properties of that virtual machine, we can see that its storage is tied to the VM storage profile of file team file shares. And within a couple moments here, we can see that this virtual machine's profile is within compliance because the virtual disk was created on that VM storage profile. If we go back to VM storage profiles, we can now see that we do have one virtual machine and one virtual disk tied to a VM storage profile.